Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Anna Myrtle, and we are starting up, we're in the middle of week 6. Medical ward treatments can sometimes wipe out more than one disease. I think we've seen this one before, but it's nice to know that occasionally you can have a critical success and kill 2 diseases with one treatment. The loading times in a non-modded game are faster than this, as I recall. And to be honest, I was a little surprised that adding a few more character classes would cause the loading time
Curiosity, interest, and obsession.
to increase so much, but I guess it
Mile
makes sense, 'cause
markers
there's not
on
much
my
to the
road
game
to
except
damnation.
character classes. So when we last left, an exorcist had joined us. Courtney's having so much fun at the tavern that she has disappeared, which means that we won't be able to take her with us to our next quest. And we'd really like to grind deeds. There's a longish one in the Warrens. 90% of rooms. There's a short in the Weald, a short in the Cove, and oh, there's a longish one. I didn't know if we would get any more longish ruin ones, medium-sized ruin ones. The best place to deed farm, it was used to be in the Warrens, I think. Or no, maybe it was the Weald. But they also appear in chests in the Ruins. So the Ruins is really the best place to get deeds, and we need deeds. So we will be it's a shame I don't want to finish the quest entirely and get the 5 that are on offer. Nope, not for you. Where's my front line? Here's my front line. Reynold is the only one who has no stress whatsoever, so we'll bring him. Yeah, okay, we'll bring the Seraph. We'll bring you because you mark targets and the Seraph does extra damage against marked targets. Yes, very nice. And let's bring you. So we've got 2 healers. That never goes poorly. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, let's see here. We've got 1 torch to start already. I'm not sure who that comes with. Maybe the Seraph? We'll take a stack of food and then 4 extra. It's the Ruins, so we'll take a couple shovels. We'll take... I'm going to take 4 keys. That might be a waste of money, but... And we'll take some bandages. And 1 medicinal herb. We're going in prepared, alright? We're going in prepared. Skeletons with high protection are susceptible to blight attacks. That is true. Anything that has a high defense so that regular attacks don't do a lot of harm to them.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Now, we've had trouble in the past with what 90% means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 rooms. And 90% of that is 12.6. Now, does that mean that 12 rooms count, or does it mean that 13 rooms count? I do not know. We will leave this room out. Stack of books. Not a great... Oh, and I kept meaning to check whether we saved those journal entries that we threw away. One of these days I'll remember. An old journal entry, speaking of. 2 of them. The blackest of fates, 405. I now find myself back in the Warrens, among the remains of my companions. My wounds are too severe to allow the completion of my task. Thus, the desecration must resume another time. Curious, there is a ring in my pocket. Where it came from, I cannot begin to guess, though it bears the sigil of the estate's ancestral owner. Very curious. Page from a lost diary, 9 of 10. The journal entry is written in a very fine and elegant cursive. It all happened so quickly. Our admiration turned to horror as the beast revealed it was still alive. The creature caught the hero's leg in an iron grip. It pulled the man to the ground, and with its other fist it slammed down on the champion's face. A single scream was all we heard as the behemoth smashed the man's head and splattered bits of him all around. It slowly stood back up, covered in the gore of its victim. A moment of shock soon shifted to panic and anguish as the torn crowd began to demand justice. I have no idea what that is from, or in reference to. That may be newly added content, I don't know. We will find out when we learn more, I suppose. I'm gonna skip this room too and move to this one. Missed a trap. That's always a little irritating. And at no point have we scouted yet. That's just a thing we're not doing? We're not scouting? We don't want to be on guard for what's going to happen? Okay. Alright, we've got a heal that doesn't seem to be needed. Touched that a trap hit her. Did she not take damage from it? A horror cleanse, which we're also surprisingly low in stress, considering how long we've been walking. So we'll cleanse some horror. Alright, you get marked.
Back to the pit.
Well, damn. I didn't expect to kill it. Complaining, but why do I feel overpowered for this encounter? Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Now you're marked. What do you think about that? Nice, 2 dodges.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That went really well. The sack's contents are yours. 250 gold. Don't mind if I do. Hey, baby girl. Did you come up to be part of the Let's Play? Cookie says hi. Come on, give me a scout. It's expensive. he's got a high protection. You do not. Oh, he dodged. Or missed. You
Continue the
take extra
onslaught.
damage because you're
Destroy them all.
You're gonna do it. Chill your jets, ancestor. Man, I really like having... The air is such a good class because being able to cause bleed and mark and heal is just wow. And then having a second healer who could attack if we absolutely needed her to, also very good. Yes, yes, yes. That's interesting. How does it still have mark? I thought her attack cleared mark. Consume mark. It says that right there.
Eradicated.
It doesn't. Interesting. I'm no, she took some stress. Well, let's see if we can keep her. Nice. I love the idea of stress reduction through song. Hey, sweetheart, can you settle down? What do you want? You don't see it wrong. You didn't know about it. You just want once. I'll give you what I can. Let's see what Not that I want that thing to cause stress, but it is funny to me that her healing causes some stress considering that we're all being gently, lovingly caressed by tentacles.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I think some of the heroes will find that stressful. I guess the air has just carefully explained to them all that
Press
it's
this advantage.
perfectly
Give them
normal
no
healing
quarter.
tentacles. 2 deeds! We got 2 deeds! Yay! You're purring for the deeds. Yes, you are. Alright. Everyone would be so much better off if they just listened to kitty cats. So here's our first lock. Really? Less money than the key cost? Really? That's disappointing. Alright, that's an empty room, so we have absolutely no interest in, but I would like the curio, so let's find out how much walking backwards stresses us. Which one of you is good with traps? 60, 60, 60, 60. Alright. Curio. Boy. Okay, 6 stress, 5 stress, 6 stress. I don't like walking backwards, so we're up to 12, 17 stress to walk backwards. Not that bad. I mean, not afraid. We're not. Hey, baby. What's wrong? What's wrong, sweetheart? Settle down. She doesn't know what she wants. Oh, the altar of light. That gives us the damage buff. How about you get that? Everybody gets to eat. You can do it. You can jump. There you go. Big girl. Big girl. Alright, that's nice. I forgot that a successful disarm removes stress. I need to use that for stress reduction.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
There's supposed to be nothing in If you put holy water in the urn, you are going to find treasures. It's guaranteed as opposed to a chance. Consecrated water dissolves the ashes and their treasure. Ooh, nice.
Ornaments, neatly ordered, lovingly admired.
We don't have room for the anti-venom, so we're just going to leave it behind. And back into our room we go. Now is a good time to camp. We use up a spot in our inventory.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Everybody gets to eat as much as they want and gets de-stressed. We are all down to 0 stress except for the heir who has 3. Not very much. We're doing really well. This is a great run. I wish we had more of a haul, but it's a great run in terms of stress and health and such. The Lamia is relaxing. The heir's just kind of sitting. The Seraph is praying. And let's look at their camp skills. Wound care. Divine Being, which decreases stress for the battles. That seems good. It's only 2. Cost. Martyr's Offering. Suffer 33% health damage, and you can heal somebody else. Okay. Zealous Speech. Removes stress and gives negative stress for the battle, but that one costs like 5. Stand Tall. Encourage. Pep Talk. See, that's Pep Talk is 1-time cost, 15% stress for 4 battles. She has Divine Being, which is... Oh, okay, if religious you get... If not religious you get... Okay, alright, never mind. It's a... If you are religious, it's negative 20 stress. If you're not religious, it's 10% stress. And I don't know how to tell if they're religious or not. It's a good thing to look up. Which characters are religious? The Vestal and Crusader are classed as religious by default. Well, yes. Any characters with God-fearing quirk are considered religious. Is that it? Nothing else? No God. If they don't have God-fearing, they're not religious? That seems silly. What about the Exorcist? What about the, Vestals, Crusaders, and Lepers? The info file for the hero tells us it indicates if they're religious or not. That's annoying. So you have to dig in the game files. I know how to do that, I just don't want to. I'll do it sometime. 1 companion, 10 accuracy, 5 speed, if not religious stress, if religious stress. Prevents nighttime ambush. Well, we'll do that. And also, for 4 battles, there's a negative 20% chance that we'll be surprised and 20% chance the monsters will be surprised. So we'll do that. I'll stay up and study. The rest of you sleep. Very nice. We'll do this, which reduces stress both now and for the next 4 battles. Our errand is holy and just. Light will prevail. And that doesn't leave much left. Heal. Immodest Vanity. Self-only negative... Lamprey's Kiss. Soothing Presence. I don't think anyone else needs anything. We're all really well off. Okay, so we're just gonna rest. Plenty of blood left to shed this day. Things are going according to plan. We are as straight-backed as a royal guard. Good.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I really think this is a good party combination, to be honest. We've got 2 really strong damage dealers and 2 really good support characters. A bookshelf. A wild bookshelf appears. There is nothing you can add to it in terms of items. The odds are not great. Well, let's see if you can get some more negative quirks added. The volumes are dull and uninteresting. Alright, fine. There's a chance of a journal entry and the chance of a map. Alright, these guys have to be killed quickly. This does damage. No, it doesn't. Pull. Can't be guarded. Crits receive chance. Breaks guard. I wish I could hold her action. Include her stress. These guys cause disease. They do all kinds of stress. They create blight. It's gonna mark him and blight him, I think. Oh, it didn't.
Another one falls.
I did that? I really did that? Yes, baby, you did.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay, you get healed. Nice. And you...
Executed with impunity.
more damage than everybody else. Onyx, value 500. Nice. Alright, give me a scout. Come on. Give me a scout. We have left 3 rooms unexplored over here. I'm hoping that is enough to... Ooh, are we out of holy water? We are. So, without holy water... There's only a 44% chance of gems. And there is a chance of disease. Well, we'll give it to her. Oh, nice.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So now we have to decide whether or not to discard something in order to take these sapphires. I mean, we are going to discard something because we're not going to leave the sapphires behind.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, good, a scout. Oh, and there's an extra room. That's gonna hurt our calculations. But maybe not if we do this just right.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Well, you didn't get the trap, and it gave you more stress. I was hoping you'd get it and it would give you less stress. Shall we skulk in the dark like monsters ourselves? Well, there's some more light. The pack has a map inside. Interesting. Hunger. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't stick around forever because... And here is the secret room. Arya's head. Very rare. 35% guard duration received. 2 speed while guarded. Plus 20% stress. Well, you get to hold it. Ugh. I don't want a head. Okay, so 90% of rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This will be the 11th room. I would rather have room battle with treasure. If I can only have 1 room left. Treasure is more important to me than a curio, because a curio is not a guarantee. It could be like a a fountain that gives you added damage or something. What we really want is treasure. We will possibly run into hunger pains along the way. There is that. We could also fight this battle on purpose and see if it gave us any treasure. Though again, we're going to eventually run into the fact that we need food. Possibly I should have packed more. I'm going to skip that battle for the moment. Gonna skip that battle. Damage and stress, because we're hungry.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
I don't know why I brought bandages whenever the air heals bleeding. That was kind of foolish. Alright. Lock display cabinet. Nice. Again, we only got about as much gold as the key cost, but alrighty, here we go. He didn't pull. I thought that was practically irresistible. Fine. Steady, my friend. Steady indeed. Alright. Oh, good. Valid below 33% hit points. She can now do some pretty intense attacks. Nice critical heal.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
His voice grows louder. Alright. You guys are down. My vision clears. This is a great example of how even with a good party that's doing really well, alright, attack me, you guys. Even with a good party that's doing really well, it is possible to start losing very, very badly. If
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yeah, no, I think we're done. Okay. But that was a good haul. So we're gonna go back. Yes, yes.
Wounds to be tended. Lessons to be learned.
Yeah, we made 15,000 gold, and we only got 2 deeds. So much for deed farming. Natural eye. In town will only drink. Stress against Eldritch. Oh, man.
All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
Beauty.
It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
Beauty is the beast, found wandering the old road. This lady claims to be here to help. Her eyes, however, gleam for something more than gold. So we have a lady here who is also a frontline transformation fighter. What do we got here? Could not finish exploring the ruins. Yes, yes. Beauty and the Beast. Courtney has returned from wandering unknown pleasure houses. Bertrand underwent effective disease treatment. Presser meditated. Baldry had a night on the town. And Quincarnan gambled and recovered stress. Let us open our... Yes, unequip all trinkets. And where is our journal? That's not our journal. That's not our journal. That's not our journal. Where is our journal of all the pages we've been collecting? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Ancestors' memories. That's, there.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Oh, okay, here we go. Collected journals. So, according to Google, you do have to bring them home to collect them. And so I guess what we'll do is, as we fill these out, we'll have... Okay, alright, we'll be able to read them all. Okay, let's go to the stagecoach and see who we have. Oh! So, this is, we've got some new people. We've got a man-at-arms. I think that we've seen those before in this playthrough. They're good at guarding people. They're front line. We have another Seraph if we wanted to dump the one we have. Slightly different skills. And I think I like the Seraph. I don't... They're frail. That's part of her class, is that they're not strong. We have an occultist who is part of the base game. He, like the mod class of the air, uses tentacle magic to attack and heal. But, and he has a really interesting heal. It's kind of a wild gamble. It heals 0 to 15. Like... So it might not heal you at all, and it might heal you way lots. I mean, keep in mind, Reynold has 33 hit points, so that's like half of his hit points if it does 15. But then it also has a very good chance of bleeding you for 3 points, so it's kind of a gamble. I will say, in many ways, I think the modded air class is a better occultist than the occultist. But we'll take him along probably. And then this is another modded class called also called air. I wasn't sure if adding both of them would break, but it doesn't. He's supposed to be a different type of air than the other one that we have in. Let me find his. I will read it to you. He is called rightful heir, although I will say I think rightful is, in his mind, perhaps more than a fact. Here we go. Reared on tales of his family's former glory, the heir sought to reclaim it, miscalculating the true extent of the nightmare that awaited, and educated for a life of indolence. He is ill-equipped for adventure in both body and mind. Racked with guilt and emboldened by wine, the heir resolves to share the burden of this arduous quest. So he's not perhaps as equipped for this as he thinks he is. You notice he has a goblet of wine and a little dagger that looks like it would open letters. Oh, I like the color customization. And there's more than 4. Was there? Yeah, there's like 6. Neat. So we got this nice blue blonde base one that obviously is meant to match the picture. You've got this brunette alternate, which I do like. Green and red, pink and yellow, purple and brown, and then this white, red, George Washington-esque outfit. I think I like this one best, to be honest. Although the pink and yellow is very nice. I do like the pink and yellow. We'll start with brunette and go from there. So what? Weak grip on life and soft. Clotter and a skilled gambler. So yeah, that fits. He has a letter opener. Oh my god, it really is a letter opener. He has a letter opener, which moves him forward. It's armor piercing with a high crit, 3% crit, so not terrible. Panic, random target. Oh dear, and it moves him back. So if he's up in the front, he hits something and runs away. Have a taste. Throws the wine in someone's face. It's not high damage, but it does blight them. 4 points total. A snifter to share. It heals and de-stresses others. Although it stresses him just a little bit, but it heals himself a little bit. Okay. Drown my sorrows, which is a heal that reduces stress in himself. So he's got 2 different heals that do kind of stressy things. Research, ranged. It does no damage, but it decreases accuracy and increases damage taken by the target. Promotion, negative stress, buff target plus 10% resolve XP. I don't know what that means. I thought you didn't get resolve XP until the end of the the end of the dungeon. How does that work? The comments do not say. I don't really understand that. Oh well. I suppose it doesn't matter. So I'm amused by the concept. I don't know how useful he would be in battle. That's mildly concerning to me. We actually have a pretty good roster. I hate to just... What do we need? We're pretty good on the front line. Middle and back are pretty good. Healers are pretty good. We'll put you back here with, well, he's not really a healer. 3-3 is not. What's your heal? 3-4. Oh, and it buffs with a dodge. Very nice. Heal 3-3. Blight. Let's see. 90-30 armor piercing. Y'all's dagger. Where is it? Incision. 90. Geez, the Plague Doctor has a better attack than the air. Well, we'll put you, I don't know, down here. Just don't make noise. You can come with. Although no, I think I take that back. You must leave, I'm sorry.
This one has become vestigial. Useless.
I will take you.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
And you're level 0. Come back when you're level 1. Then we'll talk. Alright. So... we have just enough deeds to reduce...
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Reynold we're keeping, so he gets to have some upgrades. The Crusader wears a heavy plate mail and wields a long sword, while affording him excellent protection and damage. His armor restricts his movement, and his sword cannot be swung effectively in the back ranks. So he has a rusty hauberk, which we're going to upgrade to chainmail, and a battered long sword, which we're going to upgrade to just a regular long sword. So we're keeping him, so that's easy enough of a decision. Similarly, Dismas is with us to the end, because we really want that Steam achievement. The Highwayman's reinforced overcoat will dull a knife strike, but he relies more on evasion than damage mitigation. His flintlock and short sword afford him great versatility. He is never out of position or caught unawares. Worn overcoat becomes a durable overcoat with a nice swiffy red scarf, and flintlock and rusty blade becomes versatile pistol and blade. Very nice. Who else are we keeping? Prester, we're keeping you. Martagna, we're keeping you. So we could start upping y'all a little bit. Who's going to go on the next quest is the better question. Let's go look at the board and see what we have. Handkerchief, butcher bird only. Interesting. Alright, complete 100% of room battles in the warrants. Short. Medium. Complete 100% of room battles. Well, I think it's back to the ruins then. Alright, so Priester or Martagna will come. Maybe Castle. And maybe Vespa? Yeah, I can see that. Okay, Vespa. Castle for stress reduction. Martagna. And Prester. Now let's go upgrade you kids. Prester. Let's get you a better longsword chainmail. It was too big to be called a sword. Massive, thick, heavy, and far too rough. It was a heap of raw iron. Rusted heavy sword becomes a golden age heavy sword, and rusted chest plate becomes a golden age chest plate. With a nice, I don't know, neckerchief scarf thing. And Castle, you can't upgrade because you're not level 1 yet. Clad in only mildewed cloth, the jester makes a mockery of battle. Only a fool would underestimate the vicious bloodletting power of his sharpened sickle or the discordant throng of his lute. Vespa, blessed plate mail encases the Vestal as she delivers terrible violence and healing comfort in equal measure. A mace in one hand and a holy book in the other, a study in contrast and all the more effective for it. I don't really see a point in increasing her mace, because we're not using her for, unless it affects her spell damage. But we can increase from worn cloth plate to light cloth plate. That's nice and shiny. Alright, let's go see the guild. And, oh good, it doesn't take deeds, so we can reduce training costs.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what she will face.
We've got Smite, Zealous Accusation. What are you using? The first 4. What are the back 3? Battle Heal. Holy Lance, which moves him forward. Inspiring Cry. I like these two, so let's go into your 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's up them. Battle hardened and stalwart, the Crusader has held the front lines in 100 holy wars. He either attacks foes head-on with righteous fury or embraces a melee support role by leveraging his power to powerful defensive buffs and off heals. Mortania. Ugh. It's hard to decide. Got that good chop skill. The slash affects 2. The crossbow affects the back 3. And then you've got this awesome cannon arm. We'll just stick with those. So, a former mercenary and brand warrior, a survivor of the eclipse. I still don't exactly know what that means. But I don't think I need to know. You can't upgrade, but we could swap out some of your skills. You've got Inspiring Tune, which is the stress one that I want. Solo, which moves you forward. I don't want you using that, but unless I give you something else, you won't have a choice. Harvest and Dirkstone. Okay, you're fine. The warrior nun channels her zeal for battle into healing abilities, holy judgments, and dazzling explosions of light. A strong backbone to the party, the Vestal can also hold her own on the front line with powerful mace bash and close quarter condemnations. Dazzling light stuns and judgment, hand of light. I don't really care about that, so let's give you judgment. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Alright, that covers everybody who's going on the super fun party trip. Let's go to the sanitarium, and if we're going to keep Aubrey, let's get rid of her syphilis. Oh, we're out of crests. And who has a quirk that we want to get rid of? Platform rotator. That seems crappy. 1,200. Jeez, Bertrand. Do you know how much easier it would be to just get rid of you? Okay, that's bad, because all of his skills are ranged. So, we need to get rid of that. I want to be a better person. Alright, now who is stressed? Anybody I care about? I'll pay to have Eller's de-stress because I care about her. I want to get her back into commission. And I will even pay to get Rogue back into commission as well. And Bomb. Make room. There's a new player at the table. Good, good, good. Alright. Off we go. To the ruins. Complete 100% of room battles. Hopefully we can manage to not do that. We may do with 1 stack of torches, but we kept running out of food, so let's take more food this time. 2 shovels, 4 skeleton keys, 2 holy waters, and I think that should be enough. I'm not sure if we used up all our money. We used up all our profit from the last one. I think we did. I need to start noting how much we came in with. But
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
that time we didn't just spend money on stress reduction, we spent money on improving the heroes. So as long as those heroes don't die on us, that improvement was necessary and valuable. Now if they die, then it was a waste. Hello, baby, you're being so cute over there. Alright, I need to do this quickly because we only have about 20 minutes left on our Let's Play clock. 100% of room battles. This does not look medium-sized at all. This pack has already been looted. That does not bode well. This pack contains loot, though. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal. My fears are confirmed. With our torch doused by an errant spray of seawater, we were ambushed. Strange fish-like hominids ambushed us in the sudden darkness. The pitch of the torch caught quickly, and I glimpsed scaly appendages swinging crude weapons, glistening and barbed. They didn't last long with our torches rekindled. Alas, one bit me on the neck before I gutted it. The wound stings and tingles strangely. Our physic told me to keep it clean and covered. Oh. Okay. That doesn't sound good at all, does it? No one here, and we didn't get a scout either, which is distressing. We really want to get a scout because... Let's do a scouting. Here we go. If we get a scouting, then... We're hungry already? My god, you people! We should have eaten before we left home. That was your own.
Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose.
Okay, we have spiders, which are way worse than
Mortality
skeletons.
clarified in a single strike.
Look at how much stress that caused. Just one attack. Instead of going after the guy with the biggest hit points. That's something, I guess.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Nice, critical, that'll help with stress.
Back to the pit.
Too much. Now what fixes blight? You'd think it would just tell you. Anti-venom. Retreating.
Executed with impunity.
Okay, we found food. That's
A
nice.
trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
What do we got in this lovely heirloom chest that takes our keys?
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yes, yes. If only. There's a room battle here, and as long as we avoid it, we can explore the rest of the dungeon with impunity, because we have to complete 100% of room battles in order to win. See, that's thinking is what that is. Alright, here's a hall battle.
Masterfully executed.
You are damned. Oh, so close to killing him. Blanket fire.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Shank attempt. Alright. We continue our anti-stress campaign.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the
That actually
sharpened
hit early on
blade.
because it was back 3, which included this big guy here. Nice heal. Very nice heal, actually.
Continue the onslaught.
Destroy them all.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Oh, how annoying, we're out of room for busts. They've stacked. Oh, that's the benefit of the hero of the rightful heir. I remember why I downloaded him. He's not. It's not because he's a good fighter. He's a load, like the antiquarian. No offense, he is. But when he's in your party, everything has a higher stack, so you can carry more stuff back home. Everything, all the the artifacts, the ancestor artifacts that you use to build up the town. Busts and deeds and help, I can't think of it.
Obliterated.
Paintings, busts and deeds and paintings. Oh no.
Begone, fiend!
To me, that was cute.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Way to play on the antiquarian, because the antiquarian, the whole point of bringing her is that...
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
The whole point of the... it's trapped. Yeah, I was afraid of that. There is a 25% of loot with unlocked chests. Let's go ahead and make camp here. And let me finish my sentence. The whole point of the
A
antiquarian...
moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
is because she'll let you carry more gold home. So it made sense to have another companion character that the whole point of them was to carry more artifacts home. And so that is the point of the... I'm not sure what they stack to, but Air grants additional heirlooms as loot from fight and interacting with curios. He also increases stack size of all heirlooms. Both the battle bonus and the stack size increases the more heirs you have in the party. So that's pretty awesome, actually. And I now wish that I had brought him. Feast, everybody. So now I'm looking for a D-Blight skill. Who's got one of those? There we go. No more blight. Nasty, ugly thing, this wound. It suits you. Okay. Mercenary Sense prevents nighttime ambush. Good. You don't know what's lurking in the dark. I love these back. I actually bought a book that was about the art of this game. And it wasn't as big or long enough as I wanted. It was more like a taste than a meal, but I was still glad to have it. Forget not that our errand is holy and just. Light will prevail. So everyone's at 0 stress. If they were, afflicted like they do when they reach 100 stress, this would have fixed the affliction, bringing them down to 0. But that's very hard to do. I've never been able to do that yet. I'm ready for battle. Let them come. It looks bad, but there is nothing to fear here. We are the flame. There is nothing for it now. We've run out of wood.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, off we go this way, and I think our Jester should have the highest trap disarm. Yeah, 70%. Nice. On we go. Oh, I forgot he was still bleeding. I didn't see that as an option to heal. Lock display cabinet. The boon at last. Oh, now this is interesting. It's an Iron Maiden. And I believe we need herbs for that, and I also believe I threw them away already. Yep, medicinal herbs. If you use medicinal herbs on it, it's disinfected and you get loot without risk of disease. Who do I care about the least? Honestly, the Jester, because he's level 0, so... Nice. You got loot for us. You don't have enough room to take it all. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get hungry 3 more times or 4 more times, so I'm gonna go ahead and heat up some food. There we go. Could be wrong. Books. Similarly, I'm going to let you read through it. Desiccated and unremarkable. Disarmed. You're doing pretty good for considering that I don't really care what happens to you, Jester. Maybe we'll keep you after all. Surprised. And nobody really has any stress that needs being brought down, so good read. Stop. Die. Oh, not quite. Only the bleed. Oh, wait, the bleed will be enough. Yes, we all dodged.
A death by inches.
Yeah. That was perfectly executed. I mean, just perfect.
Diminished.
Best of those nets I've ever seen.
Their formation is broken.
Preston,
Maintain the offensive.
you should be allowed to have like a swordsman's crest.
Seize this momentum.
Oh.
Push on to the
10%
task's
damage to
end.
melee skills at the cost of the healing skills that I didn't train him in. And we need places to put the onyx. There are no obstacles in our way, so we don't really need the shovels anymore, so they go there. Locked sarcophagus. We've run out of room for busts.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Oh, it's kind of early to start ditching torches, but that's all I've got really. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm so tempted because we could avoid this battle and go back and do this one and take the other rooms. Have I used all our food? I haven't. We could do that. Damn it. It's not inside.
Another one falls.
I do have a skill that'll keep the torch going.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Oh, we didn't say that. That's just oh, it's comes with this candle.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Everything's alright. Don't get distressed.
Inspiration and improvement.
Oh, you know, one of the reasons why we're doing so much better than usual is because we've upgraded everybody's armor. It's nice to see the upgrades actually do something.
Annihilated.
See, this is what an upgraded team can do. We don't have any bandages right there. Sorry about that. We do have holy water. Everybody gets food. Oh, hey, a torch.
Packs laden with loot, are often low on supplies.
Yeah, tell me about it. All right. Let's see if we can't make at least one feed. Nope.
Eradicated.
Really, you've got 2 March people and you go up to the Jester. But I'm okay with that.
Decimated. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Stress-free.
Vigor is restored. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Very nice.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Alright, we are... We are running out of places to put things. So we got 2 stacks of busts, 3 stacks of crusts going on, and only 2 deeds. We'll leave behind the extra gold. Oh, and I screwed up anyway. We weren't supposed to go in here. If we hadn't gone in here, that would have left a room battle, because of the 100% of room battles. If we hadn't gone in here, that would have left a room battle, and we could have backtracked and taken these 2 rooms. But as it is, we can't, because we can't know that that one of these rooms has a battle. They may not. So that could finish the dungeon. So I screwed up. But it works out in our
We
favor
fall so that
because
we may learn to pick ourselves up once again.
A, we were out of room in our inventory, and B, 10,000 gold isn't bad. Believes is possessed by demons. Yeah, we're gonna need to take care of that.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Who is this? This is someone that, oh, I know who it is. A terrible incident. A group of pilgrims traveling on the old roads perished under strange circumstances. Only a single priestess survived. Do we have shelter for her in these dark times? She is a succubus. She has 2 forms, one with her hood up, trying to look very much like a Vestal. Here we are. She's trying to look like a Vestal with the hood up. And then she has one with her hood down and her hair flowing. And I believe that's something we see when she attacks. So what have we got? We've got green skin and, you know, this pretty brown robe, cross, Vestal booklet. She looks very much, in fact, like a Vestal, but, you know, just not quite. So we've got green skin, we've got a browner green skin, and then we have almost the same color skin, but with purple robes, and then with red. Those are our options. Not a big difference in each case, I don't think. Old lingerie. rusted sickle. So what do we have? Oh, is she another? Oh, she's another transformation. Why are the modders so obsessed with the transformation ones? There's only one in the base game that transforms, and that's the Abomination. But it seems like all the, you know, you've got the werewolf, you've got the succubus, you've got the lamia. They just love these transformation forms. So, the toggle, as human, moves her forward 3, causes others stress. When revealed, it just changes her to human. It doesn't fix anything. So these must be her human skills. Silent Curse marks the target. Disables stress skills. Steals 5 dodge. Interesting. Uses per battle. Demonic leeching. It steals damage per target hit. And it stuns marked characters. If they're not marked, it doesn't stun them. So that's kind of situational. My hero, it moves her back 1. Removes stress by 4. Forces an ally to guard her. But it buffs the target, again, just against marked. And she has nothing that marks anyone. Oh, Silent Curse marked people. Okay, that's not great. So what about when she transforms? Side swing, melee is good. Decent. Harvest Reaper. Not great, but it causes bleeding. Just 3 points of bleeding. Protect your goddess. Ranged. Mark self and target. Force guard by enemy. Stun and first guard duration versus stun. I don't know that I understand that very well. It's like she forces an enemy to guard her. Interesting. This seems like a very situational class, though. I'm actually a little disappointed. I thought she would be more. Versatile. Let's see here. What does her page say? Hiding under the disguise of a defenseless priestess, the succubus slowly drains the life force from those around her by using demonic curses and subtle mental control. When the moment is right, she reveals her true nature by summoning her demonic self to bring havoc upon those that oppose her. She does not immediately become effective in combat. She needs to absorb the life force from living things around her, enemies and allies alike. Her damage potential grows with the length of the dungeon. In her first form, she relies on commanding allies, distributing marks, and silencing stress casters. Once transformed, there is no way back, getting stronger by absorbing life from allies each turn. Trades can only visit the brothel, only 1 succubus per party, so you can't make a party full of them to try to mitigate or spread the marks around. Nah. Someone even says, I love the idea and theme of this class, but I'm having issues making her effective. Her damage does not feel worth the loss in utility and hit points. Not until around 45 damage buff do I tend to switch her to attack farm. Because of this, most of the time I'd rather give her spot to many other heroes. Otherwise, I love her. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I like the idea a lot. But what do you do with her? It seems like you're keeping her for a long haul battle, but my strategy has been to not do a long haul battle because you get hurt that way. I do like the introduction though. A group of pilgrims traveling on the old roads perished under strange circumstances. Only a single priestess survived. Do we have shelter for her in these dark times? I'm gonna go ahead and toss the werewolf.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
And you can hang out with the Vestals, because you're definitely a priestess, right? Arundel. Where do I know that name from? Arundel. Is that Frozen? Is that where the suitor is from, Arundel? I'm not sure. It just sounds familiar. Alright, had to flee the unholy abominations in the ruins. There's no shame in that. The -5 accuracy to range skills is gone. Syphilis is gone. Roke has become one with pain and refuses to stop flagellating yet, so we can't access her. She's busy. Ellers is tying one on and refuses to leave the bar yet, so also busy. Bonell is on a hot streak and refuses to leave the gambling hall yet, so great. They're all low stress again, but they're squatting in our spots and we can't use them. Awesome, wonderful. We have another Lamia to recruit, another heir to recruit, which is interesting because it did say that the more heirs you have, the more stuff you can pick up. So with two really good frontliners like Reynald and Mortagna were doing, maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you could really wipe up, clean up. Another occultist and a leper. Lepers are awesome. Very good frontline fighters. I wish he was a level 1 instead of a level 0. All the heavy damage that Mortagna has been doing is what I would normally rely on a leper to do. They're really great. We're going to go ahead and dismiss our abomination.
Suffer not the lame horse, nor the broken man.
I'm going to go ahead and put in Viviers here.
This man understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
We really, gosh, we need deeds so badly. It's not even funny. We do have bust and we have crest, so what needs bust and crest? We could at least be upgrading that. Those are paintings. The bar, okay. So we could... Oh, those are paintings too. What needs are busts and crests? There we go, the Abbey. So Rogue is stuck in flagellation. And the sanitarium also uses busts and crests, so... Nobody is currently diseased, but I do like to keep the quirks under control. So we'll increase that. Reduces treatment, reduces...
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
All these do is just reduce the treatment cost by 10%, reduce treatment cost by reduce treatment cost, reduce future cost. This is what actually increases the number of cells. So who has a treatment that needs removal? Ew, that's not a good one. Off guard. Alright, Prester, you get to... So we used to, a locked-in trait cost like 6,000 remove, and now we're down to 3,000, so that's something. Okay, that removes Prester from the running, though. And like I said, what we really need is deeds. So let's go look real quick at... There's, short... medium, 90% of rooms. Short, medium, room battles. Okay, so we'll do that one again. We'll put the air in so we can gather more stuff. We'll put Mortanya in, Reynolds, and I would say Ellers, but Ellers is apparently busy. You heal and stress remove, so we'll put you in, and that'll be our. We had 24 going in. Do we want to heal anybody of stress? Sasha is being stressed out, but she's the only one that I think it's necessarily worth. The light of prayer is on. Oh, and we can't because he's taken up the prayer spot. So, okay, so no, we will not heal anybody. So, if we go back to the main menu, boom. And that will be that. We did week 6 through 8, so we did two runs on that. Once again, this has been Darkest Dungeon. My name is Anna Mardal, and I greatly appreciate you coming along with me on this. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.